Hey all, it's JB from the Plastic Posse podcast. We're at MM Park right outside Strasbourg. It is a great museum full of armored vehicles, soft-skin vehicles, armored cars, half-tracks, self-propelled guns, and an extensive small arms and uniform collection. But today we're really going to take a look at those vehicles. So let's take a look inside. I'll show you around. It's a gorgeous museum with pristine vehicles, and I'll even show you some outside that are a little bit more worse for wear. But this is a must stop if you're in Europe, crossing over into Germany near Strasbourg. It's 11 euros to get in. Visit, well worth it. Bring your camera, bring extra batteries because you're going to need them. And let's take a look inside. Cheers. All right, this is the main entryway to the MM Park Museum. And as you can see, it is filled with a lot of beautiful vehicles. This is an SDKF 8 here in pristine condition. Not many like it out there. This is in Dunkelgrau. Completely kitted out. And then as we go to the right here, these are more Italian vehicles, including the Autoblinda, some Laffleys here on the right, which are French, but just another piece here that's just exquisite. I love the Autoblinda. We're gonna go closer and look at it real quick. And then as we go down the line here, we get to a little bunker that's for one person. We have our Nebelwerfers on the right, including the 105. Some very interesting Italian tractors. So cool. We'll just do a complete turn. Mercedes L1500A, Quad 20. And then as we walk towards the back here, we have a self-propelled gun on a Hotchkiss chassis. I'm going to turn right a little bit. We have more American stuff, which we'll get to. But what's really cool is this Char. This Char is definitely some sort of range target. It's got quite a lot of impacts, which you can see. Major impacts. But what's really cool is you can actually appreciate the interior of it. And as we back out, you can see the entire vehicle is just completely blown up with small arms and large caliber weapons. So as we turn right, we have an American recovery vehicle with a tractor on the back, dozer. We have a duck on the right. We have a high-speed tractor over here, M5, followed by an LVT with the howitzer turret on top. Another high-speed tractor on our left, which we'll show. But as you can see here, this is a beautifully restored M10 in French markings. Next to it, we have an awesome-looking Sexton. And in the corner, we have a Duster. So these vehicles, again, are just absolutely gorgeous. So as we turn back, we'll show you the Duster one more time. And then what's cool is this U-boat conning tower. I don't think there's very many of these out there, but this is truly special. And then when we look to the left, you can see more of the vehicles, and we'll just pause and do a quick rotation. So this is a Type 7 U-boat turret I wanted to mention. In the corner we have a unique German snow removal vehicle. And then this is the last row here that'll extend all the way to the exit, which has American heavy tanks like the Pershing, and then we have the Sherman, the medium tank, up to a Priest, a Comet. There's a little Chaffee snuck in there too. On the left, we have the T-34, 85, an SU-100, and then an SU-152, a big boy. So this is such a cool row. Really gives you an idea of how big these vehicles are. What's interesting to me is how big the Chaffee is when compared to a medium tank like a Comet, which the Comet has a wonderful patina on it. Just another beautiful vehicle here. What's interesting is this Churchill. I don't know the provenance of it, but it's definitely an early mark based on the tracks. And then it's had a lot of work done, which is interesting in terms of applique armor. And then this really cool Panzer 3/4 hatch here on the front as another piece of applique. And you can see some of the pieces on the side have been cut out for demilling, I assume. We have a Valentine next to it, and then an M5 Stewart as well. I'm going to slew around here. We have a Jagdpanzer 38T G13, and then what's really cool is this T26. This was recovered from bog, and you can see the picture here. What's interesting is the cracked armor and the pitted armor as well. So just another cool vehicle here. And I believe this is someone's private collection that they've turned into a museum. This is not associated with the government. A heck of a private collection. But as we come down the last row here, it really shows more of their vehicles, all the way from the Locust down to the Dingo armored cars on the left, all the way on the right side of the aisle, but left on the screen. And then also on the left side is the German vehicles. And these are pristine. So we have the 150. We have some very unique soft skin vehicles. We get down to the RSOs here, which are super cool. Some of these vehicles used to be at the Cruise Museum in Indiana, which before that was in Arlon, Belgium. Especially the German vehicles here. They are one of a kind. Like this RSO, we have both the soft skin versions. We have the Mark II here, it says, and then one's essentially stamped, and then the other one, that lovely organic curve shape. So we have some other German vehicles down here. This is the P107. That was originally a French half-track that was captured by the Germans and repurposed. And then we have the SDK7, personally my favorite German half-track from a soft skin perspective. Just such a cool vehicle. And then on the right here, we have an SDKF 251-C, so it's got the Hanomag look to it. And then we also have the SDKF 11 Zugkraftwagen, the later version of the soft skin. So cool. And then lastly, over here, this little guy is the SDKF 304 Springer. Such a cool little vehicle. So we have some Daimler armored cars up front here, Mark I and a Mark II being on the left. And then as we continue down the row, we have more armored cars from England. And what we're coming up on here is a Humber, which is sweet. It really rides high. And then next to that, we have an Otter, followed by a Morris Mark II. And then we get in the American things, such as the M8 Greyhound, which is absolute pristine condition, the M16, and then the M3 Scout car, followed by the M3 half-track. And then this little guy on the end is the Locust. Not very many of these left, and it's really cool to see one here. And as we slew to the left again, we have all of the American half-tracks into the armored cars, into the British armored cars. We have German vehicles, German heavy artillery, 75 pack, a little Pupchen, and then the Jagdpanzer 38T. Now we're walking into the back section of this museum where it has another great collection of mostly soft skin vehicles. So we'll start off on the right side here and we'll just make a loop. So as you can see on the right, we have a Lafley. We'll just go down the line here. Another Lafley. And I'll pause at this Lorraine Schlepper. And as we look to the left here, I'll show you the interior row, which has a 1074. It's a little two-seater. We'll continue going down the row. Another French half-track. This time a Citroën P17. On our right is a 1099. German. Looks like some sort of hand-pushing rail car. The Citroën here is beautiful in German colors. Really nice restoration. And then we have this unique guy, this three-wheeled car, which is a Tempo A400. Such a cool little vehicle. I wouldn't want to drive it. Then we have a Stower Type 40, a Kubelwagen in the back, and some BMWs, a Weasel, and then another Weasel over here. And then as we slew to the left, we have a Bren Carrier, a beautifully restored Kettenkrad, And then as we walk up here, you can see the horse-drawn carriage. It's German. More of the interior vehicles. And then on the left, those interior vehicles are, I should say on the right, is where you see some more armored cars. Coming up on a Daimler Dingo Mark II. Really nice, pristine condition. And then we have a standard Beaverette Mark IV here. To go wide. Show you the room one more time. Such a cool museum. Again, this is right outside Strasbourg, very easy to get to, and right across the border from Germany. And then we have an SPA CL39. It looks like it was just recovered from a barn. Such cool patina. Very nice. And then up front, we have the Renault TRC 36R. Such a cool little vehicle, little tractor vehicle. So this is the back room, and we'll turn to the left and go back into the main room. See the flak Vierling 20 millimeter searchlight, and then above us, I believe this is a BF 108. I'm going to sign off here. The museum is closing. Super great place down near Strasbourg. Definitely check it out, and we will see you all later. So as I mentioned, some of the vehicles outside have seen better days, but this really, I mean, for a scale modeler, this is paradise. The patina on it is absolutely fantastic. But this is a Churchill, used to be a Crocodile, I believe, based on the fittings on the rear, and then on that bow MG, which was turned into a flamethrower. But you can see the patina on this is so rich. Now, the engine deck is missing, but this gives you the ability to see those lovely tracks on the top and then some of the fittings where those fenders usually cover them up. And then on the turret as well. So now we're looking at a M4 Direct Vision Sherman. Such an interesting vehicle. It's got some unique fixtures on the top of the turret. You can see there maybe for some rocket launchers, but I think what's the most interesting thing is the direct vision, which has been exposed by this massive shell hit on this applique armor. And then you can see the other one is pristine, but it's got some splash marks here. Unbelievable. And the patina is great. I think what's interesting too, I'm just noticing this, is this weld bead on the top of the transmission cover. Typically that's bolted so they can just easily remove it, but it looks like this one was welded. So the tracks have been worn pretty good, and as we look on the left side, I should say right side, my apologies, there's a massive shell impact here as well near the air vent. And then here are those fixtures on the turret. And looking at the patina on the rust, again, like the Churchill, absolutely gorgeous. And as we slew around back here, you can see more of that faded OD with the remnants of stars. Obviously, this is probably not original paint, but probably repainted sometime, obviously after the war, but it's such an interesting vehicle. Hey all, it's JB here. Beautiful visit at the MM Park Museum outside Strasbourg, France. Signing off. Great museum trip. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you can stop by, show the museum some patronage, and check out some tanks. We'll catch you at the next one.